Think of your brain's complex background processing as an expansive, bustling city highway system operating completely on autopilot. Neuroscientists refer to this biological autopilot as the default mode network. It handles your internal monologue, daydreams, and the story you tell yourself about who you are, single step. But in conditions like severe depression, post-traumatic stress, or addiction, this network becomes overactive. Thoughts get trapped in rigid, self-destructive traffic loops. You end up driving the same anxious detour every single day. And with every lap you take, the rut gets deeper and harder to escape. Standard daily medications manage the volume of this traffic, but they leave the actual roads intact. The underlying routes remain the same. To escape those deep mental ruts, the brain needs to tear up the asphalt and reroute the infrastructure. This is where psilocybin comes in. Psilocybin works as a precision disruptor. It triggers a temporary detour across the entire neural highway. Once digested, psilocybin travels to the cortex. It slots into a specific landing site on your brain cells called the 5-HT2A receptor. This causes the synchronized highway system to stop working in lockstep. The network drifts apart and its rigid coordination dissolves. Because normal traffic patterns no longer force thoughts down the same old routes, previously disconnected brain regions begin communicating directly. The restrictive valleys of habitual thought flatten out. Researchers at Imperial College London used fMRI scans to watch this happen in real time. They recorded a 40% drop in network's connectivity. The autopilot simply goes offline. This temporary state of neural chaos clears the site. It acts as the wrecking ball needed to make room for new construction. Dissolving a major brain network would be destructive if the process ended there, but as the old system comes down, a new one is built. The brain deploys a protein known as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. You can think of it as a concentrated fertilizer for your neural pathways. While the autopilot is offline, the brain triggers a spike in this fertilizer. This protein signals the neurons to physically grow. The cells begin sprouting entirely new connections, tiny branches called dendritic spines, reaching out to neighboring cells. In this microscopic view of a brain cell, you can see these sprawling branches. These are the physical links formed between neurons. While the old highway is closed, this biological construction crew paves permanent new roads for signals. By dismantling the rigid old pathways and constructing new physical ones, the brain is physically remapping its own internal landscape. These physical changes at the cellular level lead to measurable results in human lives. In major trials for treatment-resistant depression at Johns Hopkins University, 71% of participants showed a significant clinical response. This chart compares the outcomes. On the left is that 71% success rate, achieved after only 2 clinical sessions. On the right are standard daily antidepressants, which typically reach remission in about 30. Psilocybin is a tool for reconstruction. It turns off the mind's broken autopilot, providing the raw materials needed to